So my name is Kavari Adams. This is for the identifying your personal concern assignment 1 on March 1st. So my topic that I've chosen to do is um, the persistence of racial inequality. And the reason that I wanted to do this, going on to number 2 of why I wanted to pick this topic, is simply because it's kind of I'm curious as to why racial inequality has lasted as long as it's have. Mainly because we see a lot of the advancements, and we see that we've had Obama as the first African American president, and we see these big leaps, but at the core of it, racial inequality is still there in many ways, in many aspects of our lives, whether that be in the workplace, education, all of the different systems that we are operating off of socially. Um, so some of the values that I've think that really kind of sit and relate to this topic are self-respect. So with that being, how does one who feels that they're a victim of inequality feel about themselves, whether they give in to that view of themselves or whether they fight against it. um, Inequality, or well, equality, obviously, with how everyone's treated, and the main goal being to get to where everyone's treated the same, regardless of gender, regardless of race, and just figuring out how we can get to that point. And then the next one is social recognition. So this comes with, again, tying back into the inequality part of it, of making sure that people are being recognized for what they're doing. So not just because of, like, hey, I'm black, or she's white, or he's Asian, or whatever the case may be, and thinking that just because he's that color or that type of person, or whatever the case may be, that they can't do a certain thing, or that they should be able to do a certain thing. um Kind of, to clear that up, is kind of also leading into the stereotypes, good and bad, that are attributed to each race, whether that's white, Asian, Hispanic, whatever the case may be, African American. um Two pieces of evidence that is a broader significance is, one, the Center for American Progress has been doing a ton of research on this topic specifically. Another one is the Manhattan Institute. They dive deeper into why it's persisted, especially post Jim Crow, and what's still going on, why it's still going on, and how it might change moving forward. And then thinking about what social groups are particularly going to be affected by it. For all of these, is both men and women within these groups. Um, African Americans, white Americans, Hispanic Americans, Native Americans, Asian Americans, and anyone else that falls into the personal category or minority category within America, because it's something that is seen. A lot of the times when we talk about the inequalities, we kind of focus on the African American and white, you know, versus type of side of it. When in reality, there's a lot more inequality that goes on that just doesn't get the media attention or the broad attention that everything else gets. So this is the topic that I've chosen to do, and those are my answers to questions 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Thank you.